ESPN, the source for sports, presents the Caesars Tahoe Billiards Classic. Today featuring Jim Rempe and Buddy Hall. It's great skiing in the winter wonderland of Lake Tahoe, but ESPN goes inside today to bring you action of another kind. Hi, everybody. I'm Irv Brown. 9-ball tournament for you coming up, double elimination, and I'm working with the guy they call Young Hoppy, Alan Hopkins, and this guy is used to a lot of 9-ball competition. This tournament has one change, though, Alan.
Yes, definitely. The winner of this match, okay, stays on the winner's side, but the loser goes over to the loser's side and plays Nick Varner. Okay, now the winner of that match will play the winner on the winner's side, but only one difference. He only has to win one match. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether you're on the loser's side or the winner's side.
So Buddy Hall is one of the guys who is involved with this thing. Buddy Hall had a tremendous year in 1982. In fact, he earned $82,000. He has won this tournament. Can he repeat, Alan Hopkins?
Yes, he's definitely a favorite, Irv. He's won the tournament before. He beat me in the finals, if you remember. He's a tough player to play against because he plays very slow and very deliberate, and he plays good safeties. So he's going to be tough.
How about some of the people he has beaten on the way to this semifinal match?
Well, his last match was with Medina, who Medina is a great player, and he beat him rather easily. So he's playing well.
The competitor for Buddy Hall is Jim Rempe. Now, this guy, Jim Rempe, is an interesting fella. He's a globetrotter. He likes to go all over the world. In fact, he's a tremendous American. He represents the country very, very well. I like the way he plays. I saw him last night, and he very definitely could give Buddy Hall all he wants.
Yes, he's known as our ambassador of pool, or if he goes all around the world playing pool. He's won a lot of tournaments out of this country, and he's a great player. He's won big tournaments in this country also. He's won the World 9-Ball Championship also. But he's had a problem with his game the last year or two, but he's got it back together now, and he's definitely going to be in the standings here.
All right, he has won 6 matches to get this far. Some of the people he's handled.
He's had some tough opponents. He beat Galassi in one of his matches, but he beat Varner. He sent Varner over to the loser side. And if he loses this match here, he's going to have to play Varner again.
Talking about Varner, Varner really breaks the balls, and we're going to show you a little bit of a break. But, Alan, tell him why the break is so important in 9-ball.
Well, the break's tough because you have to make a ball on the break and get a shot at the one. And you have to be lucky to do that.
One of these two people can play pool. It's not going to be the one who's going to attempt to break, but I'm going to make a fool of myself again. Al, I'm going to break one. I'm going to put one in. You hold this mic.
Okay, Irv, give him your best shot.
I'm going to do it. I made one.
Irv, now I know why you're broadcasting, Irv.
Wasn't the white one supposed to go down? I'll tell you what, that was a terrible break. We'll take a break of another kind. We'll go back to the station for this message. When we come back, we got a dandy for you. Rempe and Hall, stick with us. Who's going to win it? We're going to find out.
When do you say L.A.?
When I have a lunch meeting with my 3 biggest customers, I say L.A. Who had the side of beef?
When do you say L.A.?
When I sit down for a long night of cards with the boys, I say L.A. How do you play this game anyway?
From Anheuser-Busch, L.A. beer. Great taste with half the alcohol. Sometimes it's the perfect thing to say.
You can say that again. Cut.
L.A. Sometimes it's the perfect thing to say.
Well, welcome back to Caesars Tahoe. This is the Billiards Classic. Well, I tell you, at stake, a whole bunch of money. Buddy Hall going against Jim Rempe, a race to 9. And Rempe on the left, Buddy Hall and All Brown on the right. They're ready to lag for break. Here's what is at stake. The 4th place money went to Earl Strickland. The winner, of course, going for 15, and in the story there, 2nd and 3rd place. So a great deal at stake, Alan Hopkins, as we see all the green in the background. Something you're used to playing for.
A lot of money there, Irv.
All right, here's the lag. It's very important, isn't it? You want to open up very positive.
Sure, the lag could cost you 3 or 4 games. The winner of the lag has his option to break the balls, and he takes the option to break them. And you might not shoot for a couple games from there, Irv. So it's important to win the lag. It looks like Jim Rempe won it.
Pretty tough lag. So we'll go to the break. I got to tell you, I played better on these trick shots when I first worked with you. I'm getting worse. Is it your coaching or?
Your consistency is not there, Irv.
Nice-looking gentleman, Jim Rempe. There's a story on Jimmy. He started playing pool when he was 6 years old. He was going across the street where they had a pool table. And he really got serious when he was 13. Love of the game. There's the graphic. And we'll be talking about this all during the match, courtesy of Pat Fleming and AccuStats.
And he's breaking them hard also, Irv.
And I'll tell you what, Nick Varner made a believer out of me and a lot of people here. He put a couple 9-balls down on the break, and that did it. As far as break performance, Buddy Hall at 53%, I beg your pardon. Jim Rempe at 52%, getting something down.
And Jimmy really doesn't have a shot here. He's going to be forced to play a safety, trying to leave Buddy no shot on the 1. He'll hit the 1 and bring the cue ball down table by the 4.
And if you're talking about safety performance, 71% of the time, Jim Rempe has been able to come through with us when he's been snookered. 69% for this gentleman.
He's made it legal safer, but he's left Buddy a chance to hit the 1 directly. And Buddy will hit the 1 thin and bring the cue ball back down by the 4 and 5 again, right where it is now.
Buddy Hall has entered 9 major events, has been in the money 7 times. He's earned $14,000 this year. He's finished first, second, had 2/3. Another safety.
It wasn't a good safety. Unless he gets away with it. No, he didn't get away with it. I didn't think he was going to play safety that way, Irv. I thought he was going to hit the 1 thin and bring the cue ball back down table. And because he didn't do that, he's cost himself to give Jimmy a shot.
Jim Rempe, Alan, has had 3 tough matches to get this far. He beat Nick Varner, as you mentioned, at the top 9-7. But he also won the same score, Dick Lane and Larry Hubbard. So he has been in some tight ones.
He's really playing great. He's got a nice layout now. He just made a nice shot on the 1. Came back and forth with the cue ball, and he's in shape now. Running the table, a little concern on the 6 ball. He's only got 1 pocket, 2 pockets he can make the 6 in. So he's got to get the right position on the 5 to get on the 6.
All right, now what would you do here? How would you get position to get down for the,
well,
set the whole thing? He's got the...
He's looking at it to see if he can make it in the side. Now he's looking to see, and if he can make it in the side, he'll probably come up that way. But if he can, he's better off following the ball and playing the 6 in the top right-hand corner. And he can play it in the side, I guess, because he's played a perfect position.
We have seen some of the best players in the country these last 3 days. We're down to 3. Here's one of the competitors. Boy, this thing's about over.
Yeah, he's perfect now. Play the 7 in the corner and bring the cue ball for the 9.
Run out opportunities. He's taking advantage 58% of the time, and he is about to up that percentage right here. Boy, he does. Boy, that didn't take long. Jim Rempe looks sensational as he wins the first game. Let's take a look at the shot that gets him the win.
Makes a nice cut on the 9 in the side. Has no problem with it. And I'd like to mention, Irv, he's playing with a, if you can get a picture of his cue, he's playing with a $10,000 cue.
That's right, the most expensive cue I believe anybody uses. Got the crown jewels of England. In fact, that's his nickname, King James. Look at him, he looks like a king.
This is his break cue he's using now, though. The cue he shoots with during the game is his $10,000 cue.
It's interesting, you and I have talked before as we get a look at the race tonight, but he just won a snooker tournament, and he has formed the Snooker Association here. There's his cue.
That's his break cue. That's not his cue he plays with during the rack. This is just to break the balls so he doesn't ruin his other cue.
That's a cue I botched up the open with, and he let me use it.
Come on, baby.
You heard him. Come on, baby. Hey, he had it going, didn't he?
Now he'll go over and pick up his cue, the one he uses.
$10,000 in this man's hands right now. We wanted to show you the junior varsity cue to compare things, Alan.
Well, he's got a few diamonds in this stick and some rubies.
That's right.
Cue was made by Mucci.
In fact, he's on the advisory board for Mucci's. Several of the competitors are. Good cue, isn't it?
Both of them are.
Cue.
Jim Rempe and Buddy Hall. Got a tough shot here. He makes it. Funny, it was a little funny kiss on the 7 ball. Nothing he could do with the cue ball, just had to let the cue ball go. And he's left himself a long shot on the 3.
Alan, both these guys have only had to play 6 times versus a Nick Varner who's waiting for the loser. He's played 9. Is that an advantage or a disadvantage to, say, to be in Varner's shoes, play that many more matches?
Well, I was talking to Nick earlier, and he said he was a little tired, but I think he's resting now. If he can get enough rest, he'll be okay, because he doesn't have to win the winner's bracket. He doesn't have to beat the winner twice, so that's a big advantage, you know, and a big disadvantage for the winner's side, because now he's won the whole tournament without a loss, and one loss and he loses the tournament, comes in second.
Oh, boy.
No justice, Irv.
I'll tell you where, you know, you talk about justice. Boy, look at him put something on that one. Alan, I think the most frustrating thing, if I were doing what you do for a living, be a professional pool player, is to be in Buddy Hall's shoes right now. He can't do a thing. He just sits. We saw Earl Strickland sit the whole match as Varner just dominated the table.
He's played a bad shot on the 4. I don't know why he just didn't stop there and played a 5 in the corner. He came down too far on the 5. It doesn't look like he can bank it. And he can't cut it in the corner, so he's probably going to end up playing a safety.
Tough angle on that bank. In fact, that's a kiss shot, isn't it, if he tries to bank?
He's got a couple ways, Irv, to play a safety here. You send the 5 down table and leave the cue ball at this end of the table. Or just kick the 5 up table. Rail first, like he played a safety.
See if he gets behind the 3.
And he's made a nice shot. He's left a combination, though. 5-6 combination in the corner. You can see it. But he's a very good shot maker, Irv. And he'll look at the shot a little bit, see if he likes it.
Hall has defeated 10 of his last 12 opponents. He beat Rempe 11-1 at the Tar Heel Open in Rocky Mount, North Carolina in July. Now, what does that do to you mentally if you've already whipped somebody?
Doesn't bother me, Irv, because the next match is another match. You know, it's more or less you want to get back at them and beat them if you can. And Jimmy Rempe is very qualified to do that. See, Buddy's going to shoot the combination. Let's try and get position on the 5. He'll hit the 7 with the cue ball after he hits the 5. And he didn't get position on the 5. He's okay. He's got a cut shot on the 5. It's a little bit of a tough cut shot, but
Let's take another look at that shot.
yeah, he hits the 5 into the 6 ball, making the 6 and hitting the 7 ball. The cue ball stays there. Now he's got to cut the 5 in the corner and be careful where the cue ball goes.
This man has won 47 and lost 16. That's 74%. Did he scratch? No.
No, but he didn't really get where he wanted to.
Well, that's not bad. 74%.
No, that's excellent.
It's a pretty good year, I would say.
He doesn't have a pocket for the 7, looks like, unless he can cut the 7 in the side. The 9 ball is blocking the corner pocket, so he's going to be forced to cut the 7 ball in the side pocket and lead the cue ball run wild.
Let's see what kind of eyes he has here. Cut them thin and always win. Isn't that something you used to say? Or is that in poker?
Well, he's playing the cut shot. 7. He's going to hit this awful thin. It's almost like cutting the ball backwards, Irv.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
great
did it.
shot.
That is
Great shot.
Oh, you might look back at that one a little later on, because if he misses, you're looking at a run out for Jim Rempe.
It was a great shot, Irv.
Jim pounded the cue on the ground. He appreciated it, as did the crowd. Well, tell you what, Buddy Hall, after that cut on the 7, Al, let's take a look and let you describe it, because it was sensational.
Great shot. He just nicks the ball with a lot of spin on the cue ball, making the 7 and coming 2 rails for the 9.
Very pretty shot has given Buddy Hall his first win. He's tied with Jim Rempe, coming back for game number right after this.
Hi, I'm Tom Watson with a tip to take the fear out of sand play. Weaken your grip. Turn your hands counterclockwise and point the left thumb straight down the shaft. This keeps the club face open at impact and gets the ball out consistently. And here's another tip that will help make your golf more enjoyable. Subscribe to Golf Digest. Golf Digest can help any player who wants to get more fun out of golf. Starting with playing editors like Watson and Nicholas, who tell you how they play the game. And the teachers at the world-famous Golf Digest instruction schools who show you how you can play better. You'll get features on the Pro Tours, the latest in golf equipment, and the monthly tournament and TV guide.
Order a full year of Golf Digest for only $11.97, more than half off the cover price. And you'll also get free this special booklet, Tom Watson's Putting Secrets. 48 pages of stroke-saving advice. Call toll-free 800-372-3000. Call now, 800-372-3000.
Remember, weaken your grip to strengthen your sand play, and read Golf Digest every month.
Friday, ESPN previews Super Bowl 19. We'll take you behind the scenes as Miami and San Francisco prepare to do battle. And it's playoff time at the Caesars Tahoe Billiards Classic. Nick Varner takes aim at a win against Jim Rempe in a semifinal shootout. Then Mary Decker returns to competition. See her long-awaited rematch with Ruth Wysocki, plus much more at the Sun-Kissed Invitational live. Friday is filled with champions on ESPN.
Hi, I'm Leonard Bloodworth from Sabinal, Texas. I'm going to make 6 balls in one shot, the ball going in each pocket.
All right, Leonard, that's not bad. Welcome back to Caesars Tahoe as we take a look at this shot. Alan, this is the guy who built the light fixtures for our shows, so he's pretty talented. There's the cue.
There's diamonds in there if you can see them.
Yes, sir. Well, King James is now tied 1-all. We're talking about James Rempe playing Buddy Hall. Hall to break. Not a bad shot that Buddy Hall had on that cut to tie it up. Racing to 9.
Buddy's been hitting them awfully hard, too. Both these players are breaking well. And he scratched.
Foul.
He is scratched on the break 11% of the time. That's amazing. That's the highest percentage I've found in this. In comparison, this man, Jim Rempe, has scratched 4.8. 11 is very high.
Yes.
In fact, I'm amazed he's undefeated. I just noticed that stat. Just shows you. What do statistics mean?
Jimmy will have a spot shot on the 1 ball now. The 1 ball is behind the line when you scratch on the break. And the 1 ball is behind the line. You spot it up, and the cue ball is in hand behind the line. I missed it.
Last time that happened, Buddy Hall just took over. And you heard somebody from the crowd yell, "Take over." Mike Siegel and Buddy Hall have the highest round on AccuStats on record this year. And you were involved.
I'm
in
number
that
2
too.
in the AccuStats. Or Mike Siegel's number 1. I'm number 2.
Mike Siegel, who has won this tournament. This man has won the tournament.
It's a good shot.
Boy, I tell you, he had to make a tough bridge too, up in the air.
He's going to have to play a real first shot here on the 2 ball.
If I was to ask you, what do you think this guy likes to do in his spare time? What do you think? What do you think he likes to do? Besides play pool?
In his spare time? Oh, he made a bad shot.
I better tell you, he loves to fish.
He fishes.
Oh, yeah. He's a pretty good baseball player, too. Played a little infield, but he's a fisherman. Now, he'll tell you the biggest accomplishment in his pool career is right here. He won it in 1982.
He's got a tough shot here.
Yes, he did.
Cue ball along the rail. Oh, made a great shot.
So much for tough shots, huh?
Great shot.
Did he get some shape? Just slipped around the 5. Take a look at this, Alan.
It's a great shot along the rail.
Look at the action on that cue ball.
Oh, yeah, he put a lot of follow on the ball. Hits the 6 and comes around behind the 5 for the 4 ball.
You like him getting out at this stage?
Well, he's got a tricky shot on the 4. It looks like he's straight in. He's got a little angle on the 4. He's going to have to come up table for the 5.
Angles are everything.
Doesn't
There's a
want
9
to-
ball.
Excuse me, he doesn't want to get hidden behind the 8 or the 6.
See if he kisses off. that.
Okay, he's okay.
Boy, they're looking pretty good now.
Should have no problem now. Or they're open up. He'll play the 5 in the corner and come up for the 6 in the side.
This man, Jim Rempe, and Nick Varner are the only 3 that can win the $10,000 first prize.
The 6 ball on the side, the 7's by the corner. A little concerned about the 8 ball. He wants to get the right angle on the 8 ball.
You saw the story on run-out opportunities. He is too. Alan, have you played Buddy recently?
Yes, I played him in Richmond, Kentucky. in a tournament, and I defeated him 11-3. That's how matches go. Or some
And let's
matches.
see, after the show, you want to know if I wanted to play for... No, I don't. No.
And he's got an angle on the 8. Oh, we might have too much of an angle.
Well, now he's got to go... Oh, is this a scratch shot, Alan, if he tries to go down?
Well, if he didn't use English, he could scratch, possibly. But depends how hard he hits the ball. But he's going to hit the ball low, right in English, spinning the 8 ball in the side, coming down for the 9.
Okay, so I thought maybe possibly he's going down, going instead he's going in the side pocket.
Well, he's playing something different here now. He's going around the table, or he's going to hit this hard. I don't like this. Looks like he's going to hit it real hard.
All right, let's see if he can get some shape. Got to hurry. It's going to be okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends. Just a little bit. He's left himself a tough shot.
Tough cut, so it's on the line here. You either make it or you're going to lose the game.
Look at the stretch he has here. He can reach this without a bridge. It's the advantage of being a little taller. Me and Willie Marsconi, we're 5'10".
Alan, this is what amazes me. Well, he was going to go left-handed. Now he's going back. He doesn't want to use a bridge, does he?
He's going to have to.
You mentioned Willie Marsconi. Willie's here.
Yes, he is.
Works for Caesars.
It's an advantage being taller. Steve Mizrag, over 6 feet. Buddy's over 6 feet. It's a little advantage instead of being 5'10". Here's
the little pool I've played, I hate to use a bridge. Do the pros feel the same way?
a very difficult shot here. He's got to
get the bridge out of the way, too.
9, so thin. Oh, he picked the bridge up right away. He made it. Great shot.
Great shot. Boy, the crowd reacts. Third game goes to Buddy Hall. There's a man who has won the third game, so he leads Jim Rempe 2-1. We're going to come back for game number 4 from Tahoe.
If you're in business and serious about it, where can you get all the business news you need these days? In a daily newspaper? Even in the best, you get only a section of business news. That's too little. In business magazines, well, if you have to wait a week to read the news, maybe it's not news anymore. Too late. Too little, too late. There's one publication that gives you all the business news you need when you need it, the Wall Street Journal. Every business day in the Journal, the world's largest staff of business news experts reports anything happening anywhere that can affect business, your company, your career, in depth, in detail, in time for you to use it. If you're serious about business, too little, too late isn't good enough. You need the Wall Street Journal.
Get the next 6 months of the Wall Street Journal delivered for just $56, only 44 cents a day. To order, phone 800-372-3000. That's 6 months over 125 issues for just $56. Phone 800-372-3000 today.
Caesars Tahoe is the scene of the action. There's a story, Hall and Rempe. Race to 9. Game 4 coming up. Here's the break. He is scratched 11% of the time. We saw him do it last time. Oh, my goodness. No scratch that time. He has made the 9 on the break 3% of the time. I beg your pardon, 2% of the time. 2.7 to be exact.
He really smashed them, Irv.
Oh, boy, that is a big man.
9 goes directly in the hole. Looks like we got a kiss. No, got a kiss off the 8. Look at that. All luck, Irv. Nothing you can do about it.
Hey, he says, I will take it. Guy looks like the guy. Remember that show? There is a good stat on the break. Remember, looks like Dan Haggerty. What was the name of that show? I'll tell you, we're gonna get Buddy a movie contract.
From Vegas?
Yeah. Look at that stat, the 9 ball on the break. Now, we saw Nick Varner, folks, do it 2 times in a row. What are the odds on that?
Very high, Irv. I would have to lay at least 7 to 5 if you wanted it.
No.
But it's a lot higher than that. About 20, 30 to 1.
I remember the advice you gave the guy the last term we did. He says, one day I win, one day I lose. And you said, play every other day.
See if he hits him as hard again.
Watching the 9. Well, he had the
hit
ball
them hard.
down. He sure did.
He didn't make anything.
Yeah, I think the 2 went down.
Oh, he made a ball. Well, that's all you need right there, Irv. He's got the 1 and the 3. And I don't know if the 4 can go or not in the corner.
Is this guy breaking pretty good, or
Oh, he's breaking great.
just what we talked about in the open? It's so important. Nick Varner was breaking better than Earl Strickland. He won the match.
Nick Varner's been breaking better than anybody so far that I've seen. He's really rallied some sessions to win. Like Siegel had him 7-3, and he came back and beat him 9-7 because he got his break working. That's how you win tournaments. Or
Alan, look at the bridge he has, and comment on that, if you will, for the guy who's really trying to learn the game. He just looks so steady with his bridge.
It's a standard bridge, so it's a solid bridge. You wrap your index finger around the stick, and your thumb holds your index finger against your middle finger, and the cue stick glides right in there. And that's the basic bridge most of your top players will use. Hit the 7 here and get on the 4. And he's got a shot here, and he'll play the 4, and he'll hit the 9 down for the 5 next.
Well, look, he used Rempe at the Tar Heel Open, 11-1. You know, what you're talking about, the fundamentals, as we get another good look at the bridge. Do people like yourself give instruction? In other words, when you go to clinics, is it all trick shots and exhibitions, or do you actually show fundamentals?
We show fundamentals to people who ask about them. You know, there's certain fundamentals most players should know, most people should know, as far as where to hold the cue stick and stuff. Buddy knows where to hold it.
Yes.
He's on his way to run out another game here. Take the lead 4-1. He's a little concerned here at the table. I'll explain to people at home and to you, Irvis, where the 8 ball is in the 7. It's a big concern between the 8 ball and the 9 ball, because the 8 ball is going to be the second ball left on the table beside the 9, and that's your concern going from the 8 to the 9. You have to get the right angle so you can play position on the 9, so you don't have a tough shot. Now, last time Buddy had played bad position on the 8, but he came around 3 rails and made a nice cut shot on the 9 to get out. But you can't keep doing that, or you got to try and play better position.
Low right on this ball. Oh, he's you know, Jim Rempe is sitting on his stool. He has not moved. He's helpless.
Nothing you can do about this, or you have to sit and watch. That's why this is the toughest sport in the world.
You don't get a chance. You don't. If somebody smacks you in the face, you keep turning the other cheek. You may not get your chance.
Huh. And he's got a nice position on the 9.
He's about to go up 4 games to 1. He lost the first one, but ever since then, Jim Rempe has had no opportunity. He's been sitting with that $10,000 cue stick on his lap. That's it. Crowd behind Buddy Hall. So the big man, dressed in brown, has won 4 straight, now leads the competition 4 games to 1 from Caesars Tahoe. ESPN will take a break, and we'll come back.
Are you feeling all alone in the world? Lost? Wondering what's the point of it all? Sooner or later, within your family build up and up until you don't know what to do. Or perhaps a loved one passes away, and that loss is so hard to understand. Sometimes it's nothing you can put your finger on. Just the everyday pressures of life seem suddenly too great to bear. But no matter how empty your life seems, remember one thing. You're never really alone. You always have one friend you can count on. In the Bible, God has promised, never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. And he never has. Now, you can put God's wonderful love and power to work in your life with the help of an illustrated book that has recently been published. It shows you how God offers you his companionship and love. And with his help, you can overcome even the greatest obstacles. The book is called Power for Living, and it can help you find unfailing courage, along with the inner strength to face the problems we all encounter in the course of daily living. To get your free copy of Power for Living, simply call this toll-free number. No one will visit you or try to sell you anything by mail or by phone, and no contributions will be solicited or accepted. Call now to get your free copy of Power for Living. It will start you on your way to the most joyous experience any human being can know, a personal relationship with God. Power for Living could turn your life around. Get your free copy of Power for Living. Call today, toll-free. No salesman will try to sell you anything. No contributions will be solicited or accepted. Call today. The call is free, and so is the book.
Along with Alan Hopkins, I'm Irv Brown, and this is where we're at. Beautiful Lake Tahoe in Nevada. This is Caesars Tahoe, and indoors at Caesars. Jim Rempe won the first go-round, but since then, Buddy Hall has been smoking. He owns a 5-game-to-1 advantage as we take a look at a good crowd. Our referee is Don Armstrong, and we're ready for game number 7.
See what he does on the break here. Let's see what that 9-ball does. He's been really moving the 9 around. Oh, he broke him really hard. What a great
And the
break.
8 went down.
Notice the cue ball, Irv, in the middle of the table.
In the middle, right in the square, the corner pocket square. This man has won 5 in a row from Jim Rempe. If he wins the match with Rempe, 1 ball, is it hidden, Alan?
1 ball is on the bottom rail, hidden behind the 7 and the 4. And he's going to have to kick off the back rail here. Unless he can hit the cue ball between the 4 and the 7 ball, he can make the 1 if he can do that. But it looks awfully tight in there. And he doesn't want to take a chance, hit the 7 first, because he'll give Jimmy ball in hand. He's going to, no, I think he's going to go to the back rail and try and hit the 1 out of there.
Well, he's, boy, saying again, Alan, he got here by winning 6 matches. His toughest was with Danny Medina from Denver. Beat him 9-8. That's beat Gary Hutchins, David Rhodes, Gil Mascarino.
Iron safety, and he's made a good save.
That is a nice shot. Continuing with Hall's victories, Dick McGivern and Ron Dobosinski.
Did you forget that?
Did you hear the conversation? Or you
Yes.
could have pushed there. That's something we haven't talked about.
Jim
You
Rempe.
might explain that out.
Right on the break, like Buddy was snooker behind, couldn't hit the 1. He could have pushed the cue ball out, and Jimmy would have had his choice as to whether shoot again or let Buddy shoot. It's only on the break you can do that, because it's not fair if you break the balls and get left safe. It's not fair that you shouldn't be able to hit the 1, and it's not fair that your opponent should come to the table and not have a shot either if you didn't make a ball. So the Players Association has made a new rule that you can push after the break.
Richie Florence, the promoter, just walked in. They tell me when he was 18, he was as good as anybody in 9-ball. In fact, he'd play all night until he beat you.
Ooh, he played the 9.
Boy, did he give it a... You talk about giving it a go.
He certainly did. It was a nice try.
Desperado shot.
Let's take a look at first of all Jim Rempe's shot, the desperado shot.
It's a great try here. He almost makes it. Just overcuts the ball. And the 1 ball's coming down. He hits it at good speed, so he doesn't leave Buddy a shot.
Crowd likes that. Little charisma there. I like that.
Buddy may bank this 1 ball or play safety. He has a choice. He's ahead 5-1, but he knows if he takes too many chances, Jimmy could catch up. Nope. Banked and got lucky. That's something you can't do anything about.
Jim Rempe just looked at the ceiling and says, and there's a smile of a man who knows that wasn't supposed to. Let's take a look at it.
This is some shot here. He hits the point on the side pocket and comes down, makes it in the corner. Cue ball comes up, hits the 6, and now he has a shot on the 2. Looks like it's pretty close on the 2 because the 5 ball might be in the way.
Man who wins this is guaranteed at least $10,000 and a shot at the $15,000 top prize.
Tough shot here. He makes it. Great shot. And he's got an angle on the 3. He'll come back with an angle on the 4 ball next. That's what 9-ball is. A lot of angles.
I think you mentioned a time or two before, toughest ball to make with the green cloth is that 6.
Well, it blends in with the cloth, or yeah, you got straight on the 4, but it's no problem because the 5's right there. He'll bring the cue ball back a couple inches for the 5. And he's got the 5 in the corner with an angle. Concern is the 7 ball. 7 ball is frozen on the side rail here. If we can see it when Buddy gets down to shoot right there. It's on the top rail, and it's frozen. It means it's touching the rail. So he wants to make sure he gets the right position on the 6, so he can come over for the 7 ball. 9 will be no problem. The 9's hanging in the corner. And he's perfect. Got an angle on the 6. He'll play the 6, come off the side rail, and over to the other side of the table for the 7 ball.
This big guy started playing pool when he was 15 years old. He snuck in a pool hall because you're supposed to be 16. Fell in love with the game. And when he was 25, he turned pro.
Perfect. Very nice.
Already leads 5 games to 1.
He's having no problem with the speed, Irv.
Oh, no. And Jim Rempe is. And once again, Jim Rempe has been sitting the entire game because this guy hadn't given up the cue or the table.
Perfect. He'll play the 9-ball in the corner. 9-ball's right close to the pocket. Be a very simple shot.
Like that concentration, I don't think a cannon could have gone off and would have bothered him. After he got that lucky hit on the 1, Alan, and he smiled and the crowd applauded. He went on to win it. That's his 6th win. Let's take a look at the outshot.
No problem. Easy shot.
That's what it's all about. Doesn't mean anything. You can get them all down unless you get that one with the stripe. And Buddy Hall has. And he also leads 6 games to 1. Definitely on a roll. 1982 was his year. Big money year for Buddy Hall.
It's the year he beat me, Irv.
That's right. In the finals, right here. $85,000 a year in that year. Nice
It was the biggest tournament ever then.
Yeah.
It was $33,000 first prize and $15 second.
So Buddy Hall will break him up.
Oh, he's hitting them hard.
5 almost goes, doesn't.
Does he make a ball? Yes, he's made a ball. And looks like he's got a shot on the 1. Can't tell from here.
In the background, Jim Rempe getting a little work from one of our technicians with his mic. Because that's about all Jim's been able to do is talk a little bit. It's tough. He's been frustrated. He looked over one time and grinned at you saying,
Looks like a little bit of a jump shot. He's going to jump a little bit over to 7 or just stop the cue ball there.
oh, jeez.
Nice shot.
To me, that looks so tough what he just did. Let's see that one again, Al.
He jumps just over the edge of the 7 ball.
We're going to look at it after this. Let's take a look because I want to see that one again, Al. That was some shot.
There it is, jumping just right over the edge and hitting the 1 and stopping the cue ball dead. Great shot.
Man is a master. Has to elevate the cue just a little bit here.
He's drawing the ball, hitting it low, bringing the cue back to the rail and back out in the middle of the table. And he hit a little hard. He got the 5 in the side.
You know, it's interesting. In his last match, he beat Ron Dobosinski 9-2. Dobosinski had Nick Varner beat. And he was playing great. He made one mistake, and Varner went on to win it. Then he went on to beat Earl Strickland, and he will play the loser of this match.
And don't count Nick Varner out of winning the tournament yet either, you know. Very capable.
Any of these 3 could win it.
If they get to shoot the way Buddy's playing.
Well, we saw a very, very good player named Earl Strickland not get to shoot. He sat much like Jim Rempe is.
At least he had a chance to miss a few balls. He did miss 2 or 3 balls, Strickland did. Jimmy hasn't had much of an opportunity.
Jim Rempe just looked over and says, what are you going to do? He says, can you give me a job broadcasting? Look at him.
Oh, Buddy's left himself a little bit of a tough shot on the 8. He's going to have to play the 8 in the corner and come back over. You'll see a little action on the cue ball now.
All right, let's see. He's going to put low left now.
Depends whether he's going to come around 2 rails or just 1 rail and over. Looks like he's coming 1 rail and over. No, he's coming 2 and over.
Well, it's
okay.
The way he's been shooting, would you say this one's over?
I'll make a prediction, Irv, that he makes this.
Well, you're really gutty. Guy hadn't missed a shot in 30 minutes.
It should be just a little bit of a long shot, but he should have no problem with this. Oh, he missed it.
Let's see if he gets lucky. Let's see if he gets lucky. When you're hot, you're hot.
That's cold-blooded, Irv.
He looks over at Jim Rempe and says, Jim, I'm sorry.
That's what happens when they go for you. That's all.
That's cold-blooded, Irv.
Oh, my goodness. Take a look at Al.
This is cold-blooded. He hits the point, misses it.
And while that's going on, Rempe comes out and wipes his brow. They're good friends here. They play each other a lot. This man has won his 7th game. Jim Rempe has 1. We're racing to 9. Stick with us. Can Rempe do anything? He's got to be able to shoot first.
When do you say LA?
When it's the beer frame and the league championship is on the line, we say LA.
Right! When do you say LA?
When we're the champs and guests of honor at the world's longest banquet, we say LA.
From Anheuser-Busch, LA beer. Great taste with half the alcohol. Sometimes it's the perfect thing to say.
You can say that again.
Thank you, I will.
Please don't.
LA. Sometimes it's the perfect thing to say.
Join us for Business Times. Every weekday morning, we give you the latest business and economic news and analysis. We cover the latest trends in technology, take a close look at specific corporate strategies, talk with portfolio managers about their favorite stocks, follow the newsmakers in Washington who are directing the economy, and profile some of the country's best-known business people. So don't miss Business Times every weekday morning right here on ESPN.
Hi, I'm Pat Fleming, and one of the statistics that we keep track of at major tournaments is a player's kick performance, which reflects a player's ability to hit a ball that he can't shoot at directly. An example of this is to have the cue ball bounce off a cushion, or curve around balls, or jump over balls. I have a special technique, which I'm going to show you now. I'm going to jump over a cluster of balls with the cue stick behind my back.
Nice man, Pat Fleming. Pat Fleming. Hey, we saw this guy with a trick shot just a little while ago.
Yeah.
Al, I'm going to tell you, if Buddy Hall does not get lucky, the score is 6-2, and Jim Rempe is breaking. Instead, it's 7-1. And the way things have been going, I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see the 9 go down.
That's the second time he got lucky here. He missed the one on the side, and it went in the corner, remember?
That's right.
And there's nothing you can do about that. You have to sit and watch.
Well, another one just went down is the 2. He's got a couple down, hasn't he?
He hit them hard that time, but he let the cue ball get away from him. He's got the cue ball on the bottom rail here.
Yeah. How would you get to the 1 here?
Well, did you have to ask me that? Or
Yeah, I would. We'd love to give you the tough one, Alan, because
Well-
there's a lot of guys out there want to get your job.
Well, I'll tell you what, Irv, he's got to go to the back rail. He's going to hit the back rail and then try and hit the 1. He's going to play a safety here and knock the 9 somewhere.
He's not going to jump it because he's on the rail?
Too
Is that
close to the
reason?
rail, yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay,
he
so
pushed
it'll
the
be
9 ball in the way of the 6 ball, so that Jimmy does not have an easy run out.
Okay, so
And Jimmy's going to have a little problem.
Well, I don't want to shoot it, but I'm going to.
Yeah, this is the push out, the part that comes out now where
after the
on
break.
the break, if you're snookered, you can push the cue ball out, and you have your option as whether to shoot or not. And Jimmy has to shoot this because he can make it and run out.
So that new rule comes into effect here.
And he made it. Nice shot.
Very nice. Alan, when you talk about setting the rules, do you have a group of people that are in charge of that as we get a look at this replay and let you think about that for a moment?
This is a pretty shot here, Irv. He just has to hit it just perfect with the right speed to come up for the 2 ball. Makes a great shot here.
In the background, our referee Don Armstrong is from nearby Sacramento. But anyway, do you have some people who do set the rules? Are they elected for a period of years? Do you know how
Well,
that works?
yes, we have a Professional Pool Players Association, and we also have a player association where the top players decide what the rules are going to be. And Pat Fleming is a part of that, and Larry Hubbard, and Mike Siegel. There's a few other players that are involved, Strickland and stuff.
You made an interesting comment, though, after Hall shot, the one that lucked in. You like the call shot. You call where the ball's going.
Definitely, the top players have agreed that we should play call shot from now on. And it just happens to be in this tournament, it was voted down by a few of the West Coast players. They don't like to call their shots. But most of the top players around the East Coast do like to call their balls because they don't like to see losing because somebody else got lucky on them. And it's going to happen just now. It happened in this match. And did he hit this hard enough? Oh, great shot.
That is a great shot.
Got on the 6. This is why Buddy pushed the 9 over there. So Jimmy would have to do something out of the ordinary for the 6 ball. And he's made a great shot. And he's drew the ball a little too much.
Not exactly the cut he wanted, is it?
No. And he's got a little situation here.
Al, I'll tell you, he's the MVP. If you see that arm in the background, that's our handheld, Jeff Zachary. And I mean, he gets as close can be to give us those great shots. I'm voting for him, the MVP. Forget about Hall. Forget about Varner. I'm going for Zachary.
All right.
He let the people at home get a good look. ESPN is paying him $15 grand for this. I thought I'd tell you that.
Well, I think I'm going to start doing that too.
Believe that.
And Buddy's, Jimmy's left himself a tough shot on the 8 now.
Yes, he has.
He's got to slow roll this. The 9 next. And he missed it. He missed it.
So Buddy Hall says, well, I'll win this game.
Too much pressure. Score 6-1.
Yeah. 7.
7-1. Everything's going Buddy's way, and he misses the 8. Shouldn't have missed that ball. And just too much pressure. Buddy's just making it too tough on him.
Jim Rempe hanging ahead just a little bit because it's going to be 8-1. We race to 9. Alan, the one nice thing, and you pointed out at the top, if this thing remains as it is, and it looks like Buddy Hall's going to win this game, Jim Rempe has another shot at him if he can beat Nick Varner. That's a lot of assumptions, but...
And then he only has to beat him one serve.
That's right. Here's a shot we were talking about. Ball coming right at you, viewer. Boy, he shakes his head. He knows it's going his way, and Jim Rempe can't get a roll. Jim Rempe is down 1-8. Buddy Hall, the leader. There's a look at Jim. We're going to come back and see if Hall can wrap it up right after this.
If you're in business and serious about it, where can you get all the business news you need these days? In a daily newspaper? Even in the best, you get only a section of business news. That's too little. In business magazines, well, if you have to wait a week to read the news, maybe it's not news anymore. Too late. Too little, too late. There's one publication that gives you all the business news you need when you need it, the Wall Street Journal. Every business day in the Journal, the world's largest staff of business news experts reports anything happening anywhere that can affect business, your company, your career, in depth, in detail, in time for you to use it. If you're serious about business, too little, too late isn't good enough. You need the Wall Street Journal.
Get the next 6 months of the Wall Street Journal delivered for just $56, only 44 cents a day. To order, phone 800-372-3000. That's 6 months over 125 issues for just $56. Phone 800-372-3000 today.
Thursday, get set for a knockout night of live top-ranked boxing. Steel-fisted lightweights Chris Calvin and Efren Yates trade heavy-handed readings in 10 rounds of furious toe-to-toe combat. Top Rank puts you ringside for all the hard-hitting highlights. Live Thursday on ESPN.
Boy, an impressive showing by this big guy. Buddy Hall can wrap it up and earn himself a shot in the finals and at least $10,000. All he needs is one more. And the way things have been going for him, he's liable to get it on the break. Along with Alan Hopkins, I'm Irv Brown. Don Armstrong from Sacramento is our referee, and here's the break.
Oh, he hit the mark.
Yeah, that 9 close.
Well, the 2 ball's in trouble. He may just play the 9 here. This is a funny situation here. Let me see if he's going to play the run out or play the 9. Hitting the 1 thin and just coming back down table and trying to make the 9 ball. More like a safe shot. 2 and 7 are tied up, as you can see right there. cannot make the 2 unless he breaks them open or just shoots at the 1 and plays the 9 instead of even trying to run out. He could go to the back rail and come back up and hit the 9, or he could hit the 7 and try and knock the 7 away from the 2.
In the background, the big board, we started with 100 players. We are down to 3. 2 are undefeated, although Jim Rempe is in danger of losing that status.
Played the 9.
Let's see if he did it. Well, I wouldn't doubt it. Oh,
there it is.
What a sensational shot. Jim Rempe is up off his chair congratulating Buddy Hall. Buddy Hall just did a job, and I'm sure Jim said, hey, maybe I'll see you in the finals. Listen to the crowd, Alan.
That's the shot he played, or the 9 ball. Where's the shot?
You called it. Let's take a look at it twice, Alan. First from a very nice little view of the overhead. Let you describe it.
Hits the 1 real thin, puts the 1 on the bottom rail, brings the cue ball back down the table, hits the rail, and then kisses the 9. Real easy, just reaches the hole.
All right, one more time.
Great shot here. Looks like he misses the 1, but he doesn't. He does it on purpose. Comes down, hits the 9, and just catches the 9 enough to go in the pocket. Great shot.
So the crowd is buzzing because Jim Rempe comes up and shakes hands with Buddy Hall. We're going to come back. We're going to talk to Buddy Hall. My partner Al will take care of that. Stick with us.
We know how much you love sports. So what would it take to get you to pick up the phone and order Sports Illustrated? A free trip to the World Series? Sorry. How about a discount when you subscribe? Say, 10% off, 25, 35%? How about almost 50% off the cover price? That's a savings of nearly $1 on every issue. And you'll fast break into basketball right through the NBA playoffs. Plus coverage of hockey, baseball, and football. No one captures the spirit of the game better than Sports Illustrated. So why aren't you dialing? All right. What if we also include Sports Illustrated's 1985 baseball preview issue with profiles, feature stories, and predictions for every division, every team? More? How about our famous swimsuit issue that covers one of the most exciting spectator sports under the sun? Not enough? Well, are you a baseball fan? We'll take you from spring training to the heat of the pennant races. More? Okay, we'll even give you this free 1985 baseball schedule for every major league team. So, how about a final bonus? This exclusive Sports Illustrated AM/FM sound set. It's your personal hi-fi complete with headphones. So why aren't you pressing those pretty little buttons? Oh, the phone number. It's 1-800-221-3200. 30 issues of Sports Illustrated for 3 easy monthly installments of just $9.89. That's almost half off the cover price, including the baseball preview and the swimsuit issue, plus this 1985 baseball schedule and AM/FM personal hi-fi, free with your paid subscription. So now what?
I can't see the phone number.
It's 1-800-221-3200. Call now.
Well, you got to break them if you're going to be effective. That's exactly what this big guy, Buddy Hall, did. He wins it over Jim Rempe 9-1, and our winner is with Alan Hopkins.
Okay, Buddy, you've been breaking the balls really great, but you shot a 9 ball in the corner one time, and you missed it, and I was watching the shot. And if you'd have done that to me, I might have had to throw something at you, Buddy. I wonder what effect it had on Jimmy Rempe. What were you thinking about when you missed that 9 ball?
I don't know. I just tried to cut the ball a little bit. I apologize to him for making it that way. I was really sorry about it. I lucked it in. What can I say?
That's one of those things, shooting in the corner and banking it in the side. We've seen a trick shot there, all right. But beside that, you've been playing great. You were running out when you had to, and you really devastated. You just commanded the whole game. I think when Jimmy missed the 1 ball in the beginning of the match.
That was the turn of the whole match, I believe.
Yeah, from there on in, you took the lead. Like you went like 5-1 from there and never gave him another shot.
Right.
And then you think doing that made him get weak toward the end there?
Yeah, and that 9 ball on the side didn't help matters either. That might have helped to get him a little weak, too.
All right, buddy, but the last shot you made on when you had a shot on the 1 and you didn't play the 1 ball, you played a kiss off the 1 and down the corner. Did you know you made it when you hit it?
I knew it was going to be close when I hit it, and, well, the way things were going, I kind of knew I made it, yeah.
All right, buddy, you sure did make it, and now you advance into the finals. You're guaranteed $10,000, and lots of luck with your next opponent.
Thank you very much, Alan. Appreciate
Okay, Irv.
Thank you very much, Alan. Once again, Buddy Hall is sure of a big payday. We'll come back with some closing comments right after this.
If you're an investor, here's an important telephone number from Charles Schwab and an important message.
I built this software business my way, and I make investment decisions my way. I won't pay a broker high commissions for advice I don't need. My broker is Charles Schwab, the #1 discount broker. With Schwab, I can save up to 76% on commissions compared to what full commission brokers charge. And I get services that count, like instant order execution. I call toll-free, place my order. It goes right into the computer. In seconds, it's at an exchange. Often my order is confirmed while I'm still on the phone. With Schwab, the savings are big, and the trades are computer fast. I like that.
I'm Charles Schwab. You'll like our low commissions, our convenience, and our quality service. That's a promise.
For a free booklet telling what Schwab Discount Brokerage can do for you, call 800-458-6100 toll-free. That's 800-458-6100. Charles Schwab, a Bank America company, member SIPC.
Well, that man signing a few autographs, shaking a few hands. Buddy Hall now advances to the final. And I'll tell you, people have to come after him now. Buddy Hall will be visiting a little bit with Alan Hopkins, 9-1. So Rempe joins Rondo Basinski, Danny Medina, Dick Megervon, Gil Masserina, David Rhodes, and Gary Hutchings. All have gone down to defeat with Buddy Hall. What is left? Jim Rempe gets another shot because he'll take on Nick Varner. Now, this is interesting because Varner was red hot when he beat Earl Strickland. Can Rempe come back? Will Varner remain hot? One thing for sure, Buddy Hall has earned at least $10,000, and he's in the hunt, of course, for the top prize. This is where we are. We're at Tahoe. We're at Caesars, and it's been a ball. Be sure and stick with us because we've got a lot more action coming up. Until the next time, this is Irv Brown saying thanks for joining us.